So finally, after our usual snooze fest of PlayStation State of Plays, we finally got something amazing with the God of War trilogy remake. This is something not only people have been waiting for, but me specifically have been waiting for. I've been a massive God of War fan my entire life, so when they finally announced that remake, including the original voice actor coming back to do it, I was so excited because this was the first time out of the last 4 PlayStation State of Plays that I didn't watch because I expected so little. So then when I finally opened social media and saw a God of War trilogy remake, I was very, very, very happy. And I know a lot of people aren't expecting much because they're assuming it's a remaster and not a remake. The title says remake. This isn't just going to be a graphical overhaul. They're going to be changing elements within the game and fully fleshing it out and rebuilding it from the ground up once again. The big main point and topic of this trilogy remake has been the combat. If they're going to do it how they did back in the original series, or if they're going to do it how they did it back in 2018 with the over-the-shoulder camera. And honestly, I'm fine with either or, but a part of me kind of hopes that they somehow combine the two. Because the thing is, with the 2018, it's meant to be very slow, very rugged, and like very precise with your attacks. While the original series focuses on the hack and slash element of it, where you're just ruthless, swinging everywhere, killing everything in your sight. So I hope they really find a way to combine the two, because it would be amazing to see the world from that third person point of view over the shoulder, so you can really embrace the elements of the Greek mythology world, but still being able to hold up to that fast and ruthless combat that the young Kratos always had. And the huge thing that I am kind of worried about is the Kratos model themselves. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but in God of War Ragnarok, when they brought back that original look of young Kratos, it didn't look like young Kratos. It just looked like old Kratos if he just shaved his beard, which I really didn't like, and it didn't really give him that fierce Spartan look. He just looked rugged and old still. So I hope when they do this remake, they don't use that model and they really try to pinpoint the old model with just a graphical overhaul, but still give him that fierce, rageful look. And please don't get rid of his jawline. But yeah, I'm looking very forward to that trilogy remake, and I can't wait to see what's in store. I will probably be there day one, and I might even live stream it. Who knows? But now the next topic I'm going to be covering is the God of War series that's going to be airing on Amazon. Now, originally, when I heard about this, I thought it was going to be a movie. But I would say, with how compelling and great the God of War story is, I've had such high hopes. And then those hopes increased even more when they started releasing that cast lineup. The cast lineup is genuinely insane and perfect. I wasn't expecting them to cook so much. They got all the voices down, the looks down. There wasn't like a single cast in that line that I was iffy about until they dropped the picture. So a few hours ago, they gave us a first look of how it's going to be in the show, and this is what we got. Yeah, this doesn't really look like the God of War. I told my friend that this quite literally looks like a fan film. This looks like, you know those live action trailers that they would do to promote games? This is literally what that looks like. You can very clearly tell that he's wearing a bald cap. His beard looks so rugged, and I understand that he's like not living the best life and doesn't have a barbershop to go to. But in the game, his beard is stacked. His beard is shaped and perfect. So maybe that's a pet peeve of mine, but the armor looks cheap and cosplay. It doesn't look like he's actually using this armor, wearing it every day. And then another thing that my friend of mine pointed out, he doesn't have the yellow eyes. Kratos in the game has these yellow eyes that really, I feel, helps resemble the fact that he is a god at the end of the day. And in this picture of the show, you don't see that. Now, I don't have a problem with Ryan Hurst playing Kratos. I think it was a phenomenal pick, and I think voice-wise he's gonna kill it, and shape-wise he's gonna kill it. It's just he definitely needed more time to get into that shape. Right now, I wouldn't say he's in bad shape, but it's like you can tell he doesn't have that god physique. He's not rocking the physique of a god. I don't know if they're gonna change that, but he has a beer belly right now. And bro really needs to shave his head because it is so obvious that that's a bald cap. Now, when I said that I was fine with the cast lineup until I saw this picture, I was mainly speaking of Atreus. Now, I'm not going to be one of these people online that just bashes the actor for no reason. This isn't the actor's fault. This is the director's choice. And at the end of the day, he's a kid. I feel like I could live with the choice of him being the role, with him being the actor of Atreus, if they just roughed him up a little. Like, he looks too like he hasn't been through it. 2018 takes place right after he lost his mother. They're living in the woods, going through it. This isn't a happy time. This isn't a, oh, we take showers every. No. You're living in the middle of a Norse mythology. Why do you look like you just got out of a bathtub? I don't see any scars on his face. He just doesn't look roughed up in the slightest. I will say the outfit itself is looking really good. It is looking practically 1-to-1. I don't really have any complaints there, but it really just at the end of the day looks like a father and son cosplay. And even then, we've had better cosplays than this. So I feel like Amazon is being really lazy here. Either that, or maybe it's Ryan Hurst himself that he doesn't want to do certain things. Like maybe he doesn't want to put on a fake beard, or he doesn't want to cut his hair, or he doesn't want to put in the effort to get into shape. And I understand not everybody wants to live in the role, but come on, dude. I'm not going to sit here and act like the series is going to be terrible now because Kratos is wearing a bald cap. No. I will say I still have high hopes for this film. I do think story-wise it's still going to be great because you really can't mess it up. But then again, look at The Last of Us. But thankfully, this isn't an HBO project. And Amazon usually knows what they're doing with these series. So, at the end of the day, I still think the show is going to be really good. And I can't wait to watch it. But that's really going to wrap up this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.